The class was a leadership development in organizations class, and I think as much as anything for me, not necessarily in a business context, it's helped me in a more personal relationship context. What I value in people, what I value in myself, what I'm looking for in the people that I associate myself with. I think there have definitely been times where I have looked back and thought about my leadership map and said, I remember writing about this, and turns out it's true. And there's also the times where you say, I remember writing that, but maybe I'm changing in that way. But whether it's true, untrue, what you wrote back then, it's helping you kind of find your way and determine who you are, who you want to be, and how you're going to get there.
It's definitely a unique course, different than anything I've taken. But I would say more than anything else, what that class really teaches you to do is learn to think about what really matters, and to take the time to really appreciate like everything that you have and everything that you're striving for, which as college students you don't necessarily get to do enough of. He makes you really think long and hard about the type of stuff that you want to work for and that you want in your career. And by literally writing it out, I was able to form a plan and then go out and get the job that I really cared about. And I was able to know that it was the right choice for me because I had taken the time to think through what I cared about. Did it have the people I wanted to work with? Did it really align with my values? And so I'm very, very pleased to have a career set up.
I feel like in Tony's class, he encouraged us to write a leadership map and think about our goal and sort of our experience. And I felt like in my senior year that kind of helped me reflect what I've done in my college and all these years.
I learned a lot of things here. The most important thing though was really learning the value of self-reflection, of understanding where you stand, how you grow over a certain period of time, and how you can ultimately get better. Take my day job, my corporate job. I work in sales for a digital marketing company. After every quarter, after every year, you have to sit down with yourself, make sure you understand your metrics, and figure out ways that you can not just improve your own process, but also contribute and help the people on your team to be more effective, more efficient at their roles. It's all about teamwork at the end of the day. So that's one of the major things that I learned from Tony's class.
Tony's class was one of the first classes I'd ever taken anywhere where the emphasis on learning with hands-on experience was so important, experiential learning.
Just to think about values, because I don't think that's something that we spend a lot of time consciously thinking about in our lives, what are my values? That it's important to take time to think about those and to take your values into consideration when you're planning what career you want to go into and just where you see your future. So that kind of influenced me wanting to go into teaching, because when I looked at what my values are and what I really cared about, that was what came from that. So that's what I'm doing now, is teaching. So obviously made a good impact.
The community of that class stands out to me above everything else. It's unlike any class I took at Duke in that sense. Everyone was just close in a different way than you see in other classes. I think that has something to do with you go through a meaningful experience with a group of people and you become close through that experience.